the Psychotic Strength Podcast. This is Tyler Toby Townsend.
And Lily Kozma.
So, I am fucking irritated. I tried another program for recording. We sound like fucking robot. I'm sorry. I sound like a fucking robot. And Lily doesn't seem to exist to this fucking recording platform. So I can hear all her inflections and her giggles and all that stuff. I can see it all on this one.
Okay, good.
Yeah.
Oh, yep, there I am.
Yeah. So we're going to do this hour podcast all over again. Because it's worth it.
That's really funny to watch.
You're just giggling?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Anyway,
don't look at it then.
I can't.
Alright, so. Where are we at? We're in fucking Chicago.
We're starting over, so we're recapping your trip to Chicagoland to see where I've come from, meet my family.
And see Chicago.
Make your mark.
I marked the shit out of shit. Alright.
Spread your joy to the Midwest.
Yes, all that, but in English. Alright, so so I'm here from last Thursday.
Yeah, Thursday night we landed.
Thursday night.
So not much.
And then Monday I leave. I leave tomorrow morning.
Yeah.
So
3 full days, really. Friday, Saturday, Sunday.
It's your brother and sister's birthday.
Yes. Big ones, too. 21st birthday and a 30th.
It's big.
Yeah. I mean, milestones of somewhat, right?
Milestones of children, yes. Yeah, so, I mean, we're here for that. We had an amazing day on Friday. Let's go over that.
Tyler meets Chicago.
Tyler met the fuck out of Chicago.
Yeah, you did.
So let's start at the very, very beginning. We got off the plane. We came here to the Airbnb, right? Yeah. So Airbnb is super cool. Out here in Peatone. Yeah. Got that right.
Yeah, you did.
In farming town. We're on a farm. ADU up above the garage.
Yeah.
They did a great fucking job.
It's beautiful.
It is fantastic.
Very nice.
So, little 2-bedroom up here.
I'd recommend it.
I would too. I'm gonna give it a 5-star fucking review.
Hell yeah.
Yeah. So, yeah, Airbnb was cool. Yeah. Slept, right? Got up early in the morning. Yeah. And we had a whole day meticulously planned by Lily in Chicago, right? Yeah. So, why don't you go? How did that day go? How did it start?
I think it's kind of funny because we're both like, oh, I'm sure I forgot something, Yeah. And I'm like, oh, I didn't. Like, I made a list in my notes on my phone, and I double checked it.
Yeah.
Packed everything. I did procrastinate. Yeah. Okay, I'll admit I procrastinated, but I thought I got everything, and even the thing I knew I didn't bring, I ended up putting in your suitcase, my hairdryer.
Right.
So I'm like, I got it all. You got it all. I didn't forget anything important. And as I'm going to grab my things for the day in Chicago, I realize I do not have a dress. Period.
For the fine dining.
For dinner. Yeah. For fine dining that I reiterated multiple times we needed to be dressed up for. So I don't have a dress. We're already behind schedule now. We have to stop and get a dress. And, of course, I'm not complaining. It turned out to be a cute little dress. Detail.
Yeah.
You picked out a dress for me and bought me a dress. So now it's a special thing. But that's how it started. It started being behind and realizing I forgot something.
Well, I mean, welcome. Welcome to my life. I'm always late. Anyone that knows me knows I am. So, I mean, you've been doing this a long time now.
Yeah.
I'll be late to everything. Yeah. But the one time I think I was on time.
I did it for us.
You were a little late, yeah. So we are late, always.
Yeah. But, I did plan everything. As much as I tried to plan every minute, I still was trying to leave wiggle room here and there to know, like, we're going to get behind here or here's some time to catch up. So, anyway, we get the dress. We get up there. I had,
we got Panera.
We got Panera for breakfast, yeah. And then headed up there. Here's my tip to everybody. I already said this. You know.
Yeah, I heard
But
it.
now they don't know.
Yeah.
If you are spending the day in Chicago, and I assume maybe any big city.
I don't know.
I don't know. But parking is crazy expensive. A lot of people just take the train up there and walk, or they're taking lifts around anyway or whatever. But if you're going to be parking your car and moving around the city, you got to get a parking app. This one was ParkWiz, but I prepaid for all the parking and kind of planned it out where we were going to be in different sections, because I was getting these 3-hour parking sessions for $8 to $10, and they are literally $40, $60. Like, it was insane the amount of money I saved just for the parking. So
Yes, Groupon.
that's my proud little moment there.
Yeah, you did great. There's a lot of money.
It's a lot of money just to be parking your car or using
Yeah.
lifts, like all this kind of in between expenses. I mean, the city, just doing things in the city is expensive, so
That's crazy.
you gotta figure out how to save.
Everything's already expensive. Why are you doing that?
$60. My mom said she dropped off my sister and a friend at the Sears Tower and was gonna just park and wait for like an hour or two, and it was $60. What?
Yeah.
Why? So anyway, pre-planned all the parking. Get to the first parking lot and walk out. I don't even know where any of these are. I don't know where we're gonna be.
Right.
We walk out into this like crazy fancy building.
It was pretty cool. I still don't know what it is.
I don't either.
They hold farmers markets in there. I saw a sign.
Oh
for
right.
that.
So yeah, we're just like suddenly in this building and walk
Security
out.
guards fucking everywhere.
Everywhere, yeah.
Yeah. that's
Which
Chicago.
did not surprise me, but yeah,
Yeah.
I didn't think twice about it.
Yeah. An alarming amount. There was one like every 10 feet. They were doing something.
Yeah. Up to no good.
Up to good.
I guess so,
keep
yeah.
things safe.
That's true. So walk across the street from there and
You see this big old fucking library, right?
right.
The library was fantastic.
Right. Had to brush up on our Roman numerals.
Yeah, we had to figure out what the fuck.
I used to be so good at those.
What was it? A V? No, not the V. What do we? A D.
It was the X. It was the C with the X before that threw me off. It was 90.
Okay.
Yeah.
And
Oh right.
there was
The
a D.
was 500.
That's crazy.
Yeah.
Well,
Anyway, we figured it out, but
that was cool.
it was wild. And then went to a very touristy spot. I'll admit that's a touristy thing.
Yeah,
But it's
yeah.
still like, I mean,
You kinda gotta
you gotta
go there.
see. You gotta see the bean.
Yeah, we saw the bean, cloud gate. We flicked the bean.
You flicked the bean.
I flicked the fuck out of that bean. We
Video
got
evidence.
Video evidence.
That's
It will
right.
be up later of me flicking that bean.
Like a boss.
Like a boss. Like no hesitation.
Oh,
Just
no.
flick that bean.
You go for it.
Yeah. Anyway, bumping into assholes who didn't know how to take a picture.
Yeah.
Shit ton of people everywhere.
Touristy, I'm telling you.
Boston Marathon, or Boston, Chicago Marathon was gonna happen today, Sunday.
Yeah.
But it was Friday at the time, so they're like,
Already.
yeah, they're like
Blocking it
blocking
off,
shit
yeah.
off, putting up bathrooms. Like, how many fucking porta potties were there?
Just
in
in
there?
that one spot by the
There had
by
to be
the fountain was
hundreds
like
of them.
100. Yeah.
Dude, that was nuts. So there's a ton of people just jogging around. I'm assuming marathoners warming up for 2 days from now. Yeah. I mean, you got to stay in shape for that. I get that, but
Yeah.
like, if you're running that far, just give up. Like 20-something miles, like kilometers, or whatever the
I
fuck
don't
you guys are
even know.
doing. Yeah.
It's crazy.
Why are you training to run away? I want to know that. What? Actually, I had a friend of mine bring up the fact that I should be training to run towards something.
It might have
Right.
been on another podcast.
Maybe. I don't think so. That was
I
Bob.
Oh, I thought it was Justin.
Nah, it was Bob. He's. We're not friends anymore. His dog bit me in the dick
Oh,
for trying
that
to
is
give him a hug.
this Bob, yes.
Yeah, it's part of my ex's like extended family. They're friends
Yeah.
of the family. Went over there, hung out with him for a while, and then I went for a hug. And I'm already like, "Are you sure your dog's gonna be good?" He's like, "Oh yeah, he's fine." And they bit me in the dick, like not
Really?
like crazy hard, but enough to like tell me to fuck off. And then Bob like proceeded to laugh like it was hilarious. I get it, a dude getting bit in the dick would be kind of funny, but I was pissed.
Yeah.
Especially because you just told me it was okay.
Yeah.
I get really upset when people don't have control over their animals.
Yeah.
especially their dogs, like letting them off leash or just having a shit animal. And it sucks because most animals, I wouldn't put almost any animal as a shit animal. Usually it's shit training.
Yeah.
Shit people that they have owners, and it sucks. Anyways, back on topic. Flicked the bean.
Yeah.
Bumped into a bunch of fucking tourists. Who are in my goddamn way.
Yeah.
I even did tell a couple of them that I'm just going to start kicking you. You know? Like, I'm ready to just teep these people out of my way.
I'm not gonna lie, like that being the first thing we did and us already being immediately irritated got me a little nervous for the rest of the day. I was like, oh no, I've made a mistake.
Yeah.
But it did not.
It was a great day.
It did not influence the rest of the day.
It did not.
It was not a projection of what the day became.
Right.
I was sad to find out later that being at something famous caused us to miss a cool thing. I didn't know about it, but apparently there's some 30 panes of Tiffany stained glass right fucking across the street.
I don't know.
I feel like I should have known. But next time. Now we know.
Yeah, now we know. Now we'll find it.
Next time.
Yeah. Well, fuck the bean. We've already flicked it.
Yeah. So then we took a lift to the to lunch. To your deep dish pizza experience.
Oh man, we gotta go back through that, huh?
We do.
So we've done all this already. So we're redoing this for you guys.
We're trying to spice it up though.
We're spicing it up hard. Hard.
Horde. Nice toit.
Schnoiz and toit. Yeah, so we go to deep dish.
Yeah.
First of all, table's fucking teeny tiny. A booth is teeny tiny.
Yeah.
My tummy is on the table.
I felt like we were holding up the table with our persons.
Right. Like an out breath at the same time would have broke the table. It was only funny a little this time. I said that last time. It was kind of funny, but not this time. It's hard repeating yourself. I don't want to regurgitate my own jokes. But anyway, so we had salad. Fucking a Tyler salad. Just drenched in vinegar. Yeah. I would have been cool with it if it wasn't a shit ton of croutons that were not only soaking up the fucking vinegar, but turning mush.
Yeah.
So I didn't like that. All in all, I liked the salad. Towards the end, kind of sucked because of the croutons.
The pizza.
And then the casserole that we had. So, okay, the crust was great. Yeah. Almost biscuity, very tasty. The ingredients were fantastic. The sauce was good. The sausage were good. The pepperoni's good. The cheese is good. It's all good. It's the way you layered it that pissed me off. You know, like it really is like a pizza casserole.
Yeah, that's true.
And I just didn't enjoy. It was tasty. It's pizza. Yeah. Right? You can't go wrong that much.
But it would never be your preference.
I'm never choosing deep dish. Not over Detroit, not over New York, not over Domino's.
Yeah.
I am choosing those all first.
I would betray.
Betray?
I would betray my people and say I'd probably go with Detroit. That's my top.
That like the thick pizza, right?
That thicker crust.
Spongy almost.
Puffy, right? And then the like caramelized cheese that happens on the edges.
And it's like rectangle.
Down for that.
I enjoy the rectangle pizzas. I feel like it makes more sense.
Yeah.
Why did you make it a circle, the pizza? That was stupid. Why isn't it a square?
Yeah.
But we'll get to the square circle pizza later. We'll get there.
Okay. All right, so I really just wanted you to try it before you talk shit about it.
Raspberry lemonade was phenomenal.
Oh, yeah.
Raspberry tea, phenomenal.
Yeah.
Service, she didn't want to be there.
She didn't want to be there.
But she did an alright job.
Sure.
So if she gave a shit, it would have been great.
Yeah.
And then?
Then you needed a pick me up. So we did a little detour from the plants and
which is right across the street.
Yeah, right there.
Yeah.
I think it's
actually right across the street was Bally's, which was not Total Fitness.
That's what I thought. I swear it's the same. It's written the same. It's the same logo. I don't know.
Right. The Bally's was written the same. I agree with you.
Yeah.
But I'm looking at the wall and it had like steaks and shit on it, and then like one said win $1,000, and I was like, oh, that's a fucking casino. So there's a casino across from Uno's, but to the right was Italy or whatever.
Yeah.
Good espresso. It was like a mart.
Yeah. A lot going on in there.
Yeah, it was a lot of. You could purchase quite a bit in there. Chandelier was cool.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Tyler was getting hit on by the cashier.
Yeah. He was a good-looking dude.
Buttering you. Oh, was he?
He was an all right. He was a decent. Oh,
okay, now I see what's happening.
No, okay. He hit on me. He gave me a free pastry.
Yeah,
I didn't give him no cream pies.
Oh, he gave you a free pastry.
He gave me a free pastry. I did not give him one. No ding dongs for him.
You accepted though.
Well, it was tasty. You're gonna tell me I'm not supposed to accept a pastry? I'm always gonna. I don't have to fucking. So espresso was good.
Yeah.
Your tea thing was alright.
It was alright.
Yeah.
I'm not gonna complain or anything, but probably would never order it again. I drank it all.
Yeah, you did.
You know, it was like a watered down version of what I was expecting, you know?
Oh, boo.
I hear like pineapple. I think that's gonna be like a punch.
Yeah.
Like a real.
Yeah.
And it was just watered down. It's okay.
It was good.
I was
Still
thirsty.
tasty-ish.
Yeah, I was thirsty.
We lift back
Yeah.
to the car.
Yeah.
Crazy weird lady. Been here for what, 11 months? Driving
well,
for 4?
No. She's been living in the city for 7, driving for like 10 or 11 months. So
7 years.
That's a little alarming.
Yeah. Yeah, so she was not good at that.
She's all over the place. She's nice.
She was very nice. Sweet lady.
She's nice.
She's like a grandma. Yeah.
But a little. I feel like she was letting us in on too much of her thought process.
Yeah. It
There
made
was
me
some
nervous.
of that we should know.
Yeah. She was interesting.
It's all right.
So we parked, then reversed down a blocked road
What
because she
way?
said, "Let me show you a trick." We couldn't turn right where the right was going to stop us right in front of the building.
Yeah.
So she turned left, pulled over, and reversed until we were in front of the building. Whatever. I'm into it. So we did that. Sweet lady.
Yeah.
And we got to the car, and then boat tour.
Yeah.
Right? That's where we went. Okay.
Yeah.
Architectural boat tour was fucking awesome.
Yeah.
Our tour guide was fucking awesome.
Highly recommend.
Extremely knowledgeable. Probably more knowledgeable than she needed to be.
Sure.
But man, so there, we saw an amazing bubble-looking building that was one of the biggest buildings built by a woman in the world.
Yeah.
Is in Chicago, and her group
very
built
sexy.
another one. It was a beautiful building.
It had it
was curvy.
I was gonna say it had the curves of a woman. Like immediately when I found out a woman designed it, I'm like, oh, well, duh.
Well, yeah, that's hot.
And it's a very feminine.
Yeah, because otherwise, if a dude made it that way and it was curvy like a woman, kind of think he was a pervert. But a lady did it, I'm into it. You know?
It's beautiful. I liked the way the glass, the colors of the glass even kind of waved with it.
Yeah.
It really caused the waves to like be accentuated. It was very pretty. It was new for me.
Yeah.
I've never seen it. I haven't been in Chicago in almost a decade, so that was new.
Well, there's also really cool. So these buildings are fantastic, right?
Yeah.
So wind is a big feature. It's Chicago, windy city. Right? So we were actually commenting when we got to Chicago on a big ass building with just a hole. Like an entire, I want to say 2 floors missing.
Yeah.
And I was like, what is that, a fucking basketball court or something? Like, who knows what they really use it for?
Yeah.
But apparently that's for the wind. So
Yeah.
the building doesn't catch the wind and like
Have all
wave
that
back
resistance.
and forth,
Yeah,
right?
yeah.
That's cool. We saw another building that used this. I love that pointy building.
Yeah.
You said it was like...
It's like balancing on the tip of a dull pencil.
Right, tip of a dull pencil. So imagine that shape, point down,
Yeah.
right? And then at the top is a gigantic water, almost like a water tower, water holder.
Yeah.
So that when the wind... So if you think about that pencil upside down, any sort of push on the wind would probably snap the tip, right? I mean, that's what I would think.
Yeah.
So they put water, like a big old water basin on top, that as the wind push, the water shifts and counters the push.
Yeah.
Just fucking genius. Science is crazy.
Yeah.
Oh.
And it had to be a narrow tip because of is it like air rights basically, or
Air
because
rights.
of the
Yeah.
train tracks underneath, and there's so much more that went into it that I never knew.
They could only be so close to the river, and they underneath this entire fucking city is railroad tracks, roads, Like all this shit down there. So the railroad company sold their air rights because you can't build on the train tracks, but you can build over them. And so they took that, and that's why it was came to a point.
Yeah.
Right? And then there was that building, the two fucking building. You explain that one.
Oh, like the U, basically?
Yeah.
Okay, so it was like two tall buildings connected in the middle.
Yeah.
With a shorter one, and it was something to do with the the stocks.
Yeah.
Right? So that whole middle section had to be free of any columns, anything that would break up the room so that they can see each other, from across doing all their
Signs
motions and stuff.
Shit, yeah.
And so there's no support for the ceiling and the way that
there's no support for that entire piece of building.
That whole middle part, yeah. And so they have these two taller buildings on either side of that section, built, angled out. Yeah.
Slightly, yes.
Slightly out. And so when they put that middle in, it pulled it back together.
And made it straight.
I'm still blown away by that.
Science, bro.
It's crazy.
That's fucking insanity.
It's crazy how much science, like each building has its own reason of why it had to be this way, and then the counter to like make it not fall apart.
Yeah.
And then the whole, the different styles too, right? I said already that postmodernism style before, I had no appreciation for it. I thought they were kind of ugly. It was very 80s, early 90s, boring, right? No, she kept calling it frosting.
Yeah.
No frosting. But now that I know the reasoning behind them, I'm like, oh, that's so cool. I guess they're kind of always hiding little Easter eggs.
Right.
Right. And so
they're appreciating its surroundings most of the time.
Yeah. That's the other thing she said. If you took that building and put it somewhere else, the context,
it would look stupid.
It wouldn't even make sense anymore. Yeah. And it's I just never knew that. I thought that one that curved with the curve of the river.
Yeah.
And then it was green glass on the side with that reflected the river's color, and then blue on the back side for the sky, and all this reasoning behind it. It's like, oh my gosh, I completely appreciate these buildings now that I thought were the boring ones.
Right.
Now I'm going to be looking for the little secret message.
Yeah, we'll go to Portland and try and figure that shit out, right?
I wonder if it carries over, but yeah, it was very cool. It was very cool.
Trump building was there. Yeah. The fucking what was it? The building with gold on top. There's
I don't remember what it's called.
She's even if it's 1/15th of a sheet of gold, right, covering some of this, she's it's still gold, and that's cool, right? That's frosting.
Yeah.
There was some Gothic additions to some things, some Victorian additions to things. There was some really cool
French influence and Spanish influence,
right, and German, and
I don't know what's happening, but it's all cool.
There's a statue on top of one fucking building,
right? Yeah. Those meant something. And then I thought that was crazy when we so after the boat tour, are we concluded with the boat tour?
I think so. The boat tour was fantastic.
It was fantastic. Yes, please do it, and you can message Tyler to find out who you need to go to, because this lady specifically was awesome.
Yeah, and I can't remember her name.
Hillary.
So, Hillary. There you go. Now you got
She's very funny.
She's hilarious. Oh, and before we finish the boat tour, inches from hitting her head on some of these fucking
these low-hanging bridges, and she knew what she was doing.
She knew it. She was making us all nervous.
You're just cringing watching her barely get her head chopped off by these
steel structures, bro. And we were cruising through this river.
Yeah, the boat wouldn't slow down any.
No, it would just conquer. And it's either conking her, taking her head off, or scalping her.
Yeah.
One of those three things is happening. And some of those buildings were fucking disgusting on the bottom. Decrepit, rusting, and the paint and shit chipping off. It was crazy.
It was nuts. But awesome.
It was cool.
Yes, so cool. So then we kind of had a choice to make. We were going to do the Art Institute.
For an
Found
hour.
out it closes at 5, which is stupid.
I'm not disrespecting art like that and trying to bang through an entire...
Yeah, just speed walk the Art Institute.
Chicago is a huge city. If they have an art museum, I guarantee it's worth a couple hours of a walkthrough.
For sure.
I'm not going to just be pounding my way through it.
So we changed it up. We just decided kind of follow up on the boat tour and just walk around and kind of see what lobbies we can break into.
Right.
What can we see up close and personal, see the inside of. So we walked to Chicago Board of Trade building or something.
I think it was the building with the fucking lady on top.
It might have been.
Yeah.
It might have been. So that was super cool. I like how excited you were. At first, we came in like a random side door because it did not feel very grand, and then we like found the entry.
Right. We talked to security.
Right.
We asked her, "Hey, what in this building is fucking cool, or should we leave?" She's like, "Actually, the lobby is pretty cool and
very pretty, very ornate, like the
it was
metal
fucking like
crown
Gotham.
molding. Gotham.
Right. So let's bring that up real quick.
Yeah.
A lot of the things just reminded me of Gotham in there, like just the way the sconces were, the crown molding that was like fucking 3 feet long on some of that lobby, the bubbles, the eagles, the fucking it just screamed out
just all
Gotham.
that silver detail, like the doors of the elevator and
it was
the
like
grates.
Dark business, but beautiful.
Yeah.
You know, it was very regal.
Yeah.
You know, I liked it a lot.
I mean,
but apparently, they did film a lot of.
Was it Batman Begins?
No, that was with Christian Bale.
What was his?
Those ones are the Dark Knight.
Dark Knight.
The Dark Knight. Those ones were all done, I guess, in Chicago, or some of Chicago.
At least some of it was.
I mean, because I was thinking about it as we're driving underground on those roads, which, again, another tip: GPS does not work down there.
Yeah.
So you better figure out where you're fucking going.
Do the old print the map out situation.
Until you take a wrong turn and gotta figure out where the fuck you're at again.
That was terrible.
So that was hard.
You handled it.
Yeah, I mean, I just figured, dude, we're gonna have a good time.
Yeah.
We'll get there when we get there. Fuck it.
But I mean, aren't there like scenes in that movie even with the Batman like on his motorcycle or something?
Yeah, he's like,
and he's like under there. Yeah.
I've never seen that before
That's
in
where
my life,
he is.
and that's what reminded me of it.
Yeah, because it was it.
That was probably
You
it.
got it. Yeah.
So we go from this trade building.
Yeah.
To the fucking what?
Sorry.
Yes.
Another cool detail about that I thought is when we got outside and those two statues.
Yeah.
Okay, there's these two statues, like women, like one had a cornucopia and some other
She was very earthy and like plentiful.
And then one had like the front of a ship and an anchor.
And a gear and
industrial, right?
Very
Something.
industrial, yeah.
Okay, and we're like, okay, cool, whatever. Well, then there's like this plaque there explaining that these two statues had been on the original Board of Trade building.
Above the door.
Above the door.
Yeah.
And we're like, okay, cool. Well, then I'm reading I'm like, wait a second, what does this say? They had demolished the building, and these two statues were found like 75...
Yeah. Years later
in
a national forest.
In a national forest, probably 45 minutes away. And like
how the fuck did they get over there? Who just decided to throw those away?
And then somebody just uncovers them and is like, we got to figure out what these are, you know? Yeah. So it's pretty cool they
brought back
to their original site, at least, and they're kind of there at the base.
That was cool.
Yeah, right? I mean, that's crazy.
Then we hit the federal building.
Yes. Yeah. Another random decision.
We just decided. I saw this cool building. I was like, look at these fucking columns. Let's go look at this building.
Yeah.
I was like, let's see if we can go inside. Because, that was another thing that the lady challenged us.
Yeah.
She's like, you see these beautiful buildings? Most of these are fucking hotels.
Yeah.
Go inside. Have a look around.
See
Enjoy.
the lobby, see the elevators.
Right, dude. So, I went in. We could just go in the federal building.
And he's like, are you here for the Money Museum?
Yeah, are you here for the Money Museum?
And he wasn't so he's like, all right, well, you need your ID. Of course, I randomly left my wallet in the car and I don't have my ID. He's like, yeah, sure you didn't already show it to me.
Yeah, without getting this guy in trouble. We don't know his name, and we're just kidding. But but he did let us in.
We don't know who it was.
Yeah, he was beautiful though. He's a nice guy. Beautiful soul.
It was the Popo.
Or it was a lady. Who knows? Who really knows? So we get in there.
Like you're worried about getting people in trouble on here.
I don't give a fuck. Sorry, dude. We get in there, and they're showing us what $1 million in ones looks like.
Yeah.
In a big box.
Big cube.
Giant cube that's on its tippy. So I try and move it a little bit, because I'm like, I wonder how much $1 million in ones, how heavy it is. I almost break the goddamn thing. I didn't mean to, but it wasn't very secure.
You're a strong man.
I am a strong guy. So that was nuts. Then $1 million in 20s, $1 million in hundreds. We also got to learn how inflation works. There's a bunch of cool little buttons and shit. Yeah, it was
I
alright.
think we spent like 10 minutes in there.
Yeah.
It was closing.
It was closing, yeah. We had like 10, 15 minutes. So we left, and then we went back to the car.
Oh, we saw a huge rat.
Huge fucking rat in the parking lot.
That's a Chicago must.
It was nuts. Whilst talking to a client, and I, for some reason, told them that whole thing as it was happening.
Well, he distracted you
Dennis.
so much. You felt
It
that
was
he
a fucking rat. That thing was huge.
It was like a baby possum.
Yeah, it was nuts, dude. But it was definitely a rat. But their house is pending.
Yeah.
So that's good.
Yes, I mean, I think we'll mention we've worked the whole time.
We had them
Sprinkle.
work. Yeah.
We're sprinkling work.
I mean, we're definitely not doing. We're not out looking for more clients, right? But we're definitely still servicing the ones we have.
We're doing what we do.
And we're not doing anything that like. There's nothing we can't do from here right now.
Yeah.
Like as soon as I get home, I'm doing a showing,
Yeah,
right?
yeah.
As soon like a couple days later, I have an inspection.
Yeah.
Like, yeah. So.
Yeah, but we've been doing all of our interactions, a lot of emails, a lot of signings.
Yeah.
I got to take on kind of a negotiation moment. Made you proud.
Yeah. So for anybody who knows the process, we're going through the 35R process, which is a response to an inspection with a client. And Lily's been handling this whole fucking deal so far. And we're on the boat tour.
Yeah.
And she's like, she's on a break. Like, let's go downstairs and talk to these people. I was like, okay. And so I get up, and then I was like, nah, fuck it. She's got
Sit
this.
right back down. You're
I
like,
sat
you
back
got it.
down. I was like, I'm enjoying this tour, dude. I'm fucking on vacation. And I was like, I trust her. I trust you. Yeah, you got it. You know?
you.
So, you came back up. I'm assuming you were a little surprised when I wasn't right behind you. But you came back up smiling, which was good.
Yeah.
And, yeah, we ended up talking about it after the boat tour because the lady did not like people talking while she was talking. That's fair.
That felt like another moment of you trusting me, though, because you look back and you're like, so how'd that go? And I'm like, let's talk about it after. And you were just like, okay.
Yeah, that's fine. I mean, what's going to change but in the next hour?
Exactly. Just enjoy the rest of this.
Yeah,
we'll talk about it.
We'll get there, you know?
So that was cool. But yeah, the point there is we're still always on, right?
Yeah, we're always on.
If our clients need us, we're answering the phone.
Yeah, always.
So yeah, went back, got the car, and there was kind of like a 30-minute. It was 40 minutes between this parking lot and when we could park again.
Yeah.
And in Chicago on a Friday, I don't know if it's going to take the full time to get over there or not. Right. Like we might just be stuck in traffic, but we weren't. And so we decided to kind of meander. We got as close as we could, and then just stay in that little bubble, and we meandered through some north side just residential streets, saw a bunch of brownstones.
Things.
Yeah, they were beautiful.
They're fucking cool. Some look like castles, some look like just fucking stone buildings. Like it was so diverse.
They're so different and all attached to each other.
It is crazy. That is a seriously weird point that literally every single house is almost different. I mean, there were like 4 in a row that would be the same, right? But sometimes.
Yeah.
Most of the time, every single one was different. They're all touching. Crazy.
Yeah. Yeah. And they are, a lot of them are multi-unit buildings, but
That's what
they
I
look
heard.
like little houses.
Yeah.
Like,
And some of them are not little houses.
yeah.
Some of them are the 3 fucking houses
Yeah.
stacked together and they make one.
Yeah. It's pretty cool.
Yeah, we're going to figure out prices on those
Yeah,
later.
I do. I want to find out what the market is on those.
Because, I mean, the market up here is fucking nuts.
It's
like,
completely different from Washington.
it's bullshit. A house that we're seeing is like $1 million home here for us, right? Back in the state, in the States, in Washington. It's like $600,000 here.
Yeah.
That's such bullshit.
Yeah. Yeah.
I don't
Crazy.
know.
But yeah, so kind of just got a little taste of that and got to our next parking lot and got naked.
Yes, we did. So we had to change for this fine dining restaurant, right?
I mean, you bought me a fancy dress. I gotta change into it.
So the only thing I didn't change was my undies, and we definitely did that all in the parking lot. A security guard for the parking lot came and checked on us, make sure we weren't like probably vagrants or whatever the fuck. But yeah, it was interesting. Yeah, got all the way dressed in there.
Yeah.
It was cool. Then we went to Maple and Ash.
Yes, sir.
Cool.
Special reservations.
Special reservations.
Yeah.
Why don't you talk about that?
All right. Well, I have a cousin that lived in the city for quite some time, so I asked her for some help, and she recommended this place. I did extensive research looking at the menu. Like, I already knew what I was going to be ordering, most likely.
You didn't seem like it, but that's
I didn't.
okay.
You know what? There's some seasonal shit.
Okay.
Right.
That's fine.
So there were things I wasn't expecting on there. But yeah, so I'm looking at that. I'm getting trying to map out the whole day, figure out exactly what time is even going to be perfect, and all of that. But they had some other, special request kind of options and some default. I noticed in some of the pictures I saw that people were getting these custom menus printed that would be like, "Happy fucking birthday, your name here," kind of situation. And I was going to pretend like it was his birthday because I just needed him to get some special treatment. I was trying to, how do I get like the tippy top special treatment for this man? So there was one point, this place is phenomenal. Their service, the ambiance, but even just leading up to it, they had very good, what am I trying to say? Like, they kept following customer service. Yes. They were following up, like, 1 week till your reservation. Did you want to give us any more information? Like that kind of, they had me upload our picture.
So they knew who was walking in.
So they knew who, I don't know if that did anything or not, but it was just a lot of detail that went into it. And there was a point where it did ask just like any more general information. And so I finally worked up the courage to kind of just be honest and say, hey, I'm bringing my partner to the city for the first time. It's a really big deal. I really want to impress him. I want to make it super special. Can you just print a custom menu that says, "Welcome to fucking Chicago, Tyler"? And I didn't get a response. I didn't know if they were going to do it or just put it out in the universe and hope that it'd be like a super cool thing.
Yeah.
And they did it.
They did.
And it was cute. It was, it just felt really nice to give you that special attention. So
it was cool. I still got it. Got to put it hanging up when I get home.
We are keeping that shit.
Yeah.
I was like rolling it up so it didn't get any creases.
Yeah.
But yeah, it was super, super special. So.
It really
Thank
was.
you, Maple and Ash.
Yeah, they did a great job, man. They really did. Plugging it, huh?
Yeah.
Plugging
Beautiful
it
building. Awesome service. Our water was never empty.
Oh, dude, the water.
I'm like, just pour it right in my mouth at this point.
This little Hispanic guy, every time we'd take a drink, would come by, and this dude was hitting the water from like 3 feet high.
Oh, yeah, he was doing those tea kettle pours.
Yeah, dude, it was impressive.
Yeah.
And it was really just every time we took a sip or a drink or whatever, if it was not full, he was putting water in that shit. Yeah. It was nuts. And the chandelier. Yeah. So the chandelier in the what? Where was the chandelier?
In the foyer.
In the foyer.
In the foyer.
So this thing was pretty cool. It had prisms hanging down from it, so it was shooting the light fucking everywhere. I loved it.
Oh yeah, beautiful.
Yeah.
Beautiful. Cool flooring, just
cool
everything.
People, man.
I love that vibe. It was like, you got to be dressed up, super classy, but it's like a party.
It's kind of like a party, yeah.
It was just like so like chill. I guess it makes sense, right? It's like our generation
version of fine dining.
Doing fine dining, right? Like, so it's not so stuffy and boring.
What was their logo?
I don't give a fuck. Right?
Yeah.
It was like
IDGAF. Yeah.
Yeah, the fucking chef or Sue was like wearing a baseball cap.
That's headed across the letters.
Yeah, yeah.
So it was a really cool spot.
Well, then what was the other option where, like, you just trust them to, oh yeah, that's it. I don't give a fuck. You just order that and they decide what you're eating. Yeah. We're not feeling that adventurous, but...
I don't trust anybody with my food choice.
Yeah. But that's just kind of their vibe. It was cool.
So the server was interesting. The thing is, everything there was phenomenal, but the server was definitely out of place. Yeah. And the more we talk about it, the more I kind of want to bring it up.
Okay.
I want to talk to them about it. And I don't want to get him in trouble.
Yeah.
But I don't want someone else's night to be this. everything was absolutely amazing, but Mason was weird.
I just want to, like, I'm hoping he was just having a bad day. I just want it to be that. I want to be like, there's
You just
no
benefited
way.
the doubting him. I think he sucked.
Okay.
I don't think he should have been there.
All right, that's fair.
Trying to upsell us a $440 steak.
Yeah, the special was like crazy.
Oh, those were the tips, right? Or whatever the
Yeah.
fuck they were.
Yeah.
I wouldn't mind it, but that's a lot.
$450 for.
Yeah, I'm good.
Whoosh.
For the main part of your entree, not
Right.
even the full fucking
Not even
entree.
all the. Yeah.
But,
That was wild, but it was super cool.
So I got the 28-day aged ribeye,
Yeah.
and then you got the filet mignon,
Yes, I did.
asparagus, whipped potatoes, with butter all over that shit. It was fucking great.
Oh.
And then we ordered the loaded potato, which I'm sure you're thinking of a baked potato because that's what we were.
thought.
Yeah. We thought it was a loaded baked potato. No, it was whipped potatoes.
Just more whipped.
Just a bunch of shit on it.
Yeah.
Looked good.
Yeah. I'm not mad at it. It just wasn't what we expected.
Oh, well, but to begin here, we ordered meatballs as a starter.
Oh, right.
We ordered these meatballs. I get the fucking meatball on my plate, right out of the little cast iron onto my plate, and then here comes the rest of our fucking meal.
This is where Mason lost points.
Right, because I was just like, oh, already, and even the guy was like, God damn it, like you could see it on his face, like
Yeah,
this
the
dude
food runner
fucked up.
knew, yeah.
Yeah, like he's like, well, do you want me to hold it? Do you want me? No, just put it on the table now.
Yeah.
I'm not gonna have you go let it just sit in the fucking window because that's what it's gonna do.
Yeah.
You're not refiring these entire steaks for me. We should have done that and made Mason pay for the shitty ones, right? Like, I don't know, but he was also. I think he was also frustrated because we ordered. We didn't go in there to not spend money,
Yeah.
but we're also not spending $1,000 on dinner.
Yeah.
So I think he was a little frustrated that like the first thing we did, we don't drink.
Right. Yeah. Back up to the beginning of
So,
that.
so he gave us, first of all, he gave us a margarita or whatever the fuck,
An amuse-bouche.
a moose cocktail, and he pours it for. I also want to say he poured it for her, and was like, I hear one of you doesn't drink, and I was kind of like, why is it me?
Maybe you just pour for the lady first, though.
Yeah, but he said he knows one of us don't drink.
Yeah.
I don't know. Anyway, I think he's just an idiot and like didn't read that you wrote in there that we both
We don't
drink.
drink. Yeah.
So he couldn't remember if it was just one or two or
True,
whatever.
True. Oh, right. Yeah, it could have been just, I don't. Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, you're right.
That was
I
weird.
don't know what the deal was.
So he came back with a mocktail. The fuck was that again?
It was like a strawberry lemonade.
Oh, shit was bomb.
It was
I mean,
beautiful.
you're allergic to strawberries.
He didn't know that, though.
I get that.
I didn't say that.
Yeah, you didn't say that. Why didn't you say that if they asked for allergies and shit?
You know what? Because it was still like allergies, and it was bubbles, like shellfish, coconut. You know what I mean?
Shit that'll
Mushrooms.
kill you. Yeah,
Yeah, and strawberries wasn't an option, so I just didn't even think of it.
Yeah.
I didn't think it was gonna be. I didn't think it was gonna come up.
Yeah. So okay, so we did that. Got the mocktail. It was tasty. I drank them both.
It's very sweet. That's a nice like on the house way to start it.
Yeah, but
You know?
we stuck with water.
Yeah.
So here's my issue: if I'm eating fucking phenomenal food, I'm
Yeah.
not ordering a Coke.
I want
I
water
want
because I
water.
want water.
I
Not because
want
I'm trying
water
to be cheeky.
because I'm trying to pound this shit, and I want to taste this flavor of this food.
We've also been walking around all day and
All
out
day.
in the sun. Like we just need
We were
water.
thirsty, yeah.
This is not a money issue.
I really do think he was just kind of butthurt that we weren't spending a ton of money.
I didn't even think about that with the water thing, and I've been a server. I just didn't even think about that.
I mean, because water, that's like $4 a pop.
Yeah.
Like, and like that's gonna up your shit.
You're cutting out the drink.
That's $4. That's for a Pepsi.
Right.
Not to mention like 12 for a mixed
cocktail
drink.
or something.
Yeah. So he was probably irritated already that we didn't drink,
I didn't think about that.
and then irritated that we didn't even order drinks like lemonade.
Yeah.
Right? I mean, like,
You're probably right.
I think he
But-
was just like, yeah, but you work here. Fuck off. Give me what I asked you for.
Yeah.
So we ordered, and then asparagus. We ordered that, which was an interesting idea.
Stop it. Everybody knows what asparagus does.
Yeah.
It's not a date night food.
Right.
Sorry.
Not if you're into what we're into. So, anyways, so it was good though.
It was good.
He pushed dessert on us a little hard.
And
I
he
didn't
was
like
also
that
like
either.
so disappointed in us for not getting it. Like, come on.
Yeah.
Now I really don't want it.
I really, yeah, just
That
I
didn't work.
I didn't like his vibe, but I definitely want to say something at Maple and Ash.
To mash.
To Mash. I want to say something to Mash because the thing is, I mean, with a place like that, I've been to beautiful restaurants.
They would want to know.
I would want to know if
Yeah.
I'm running that store and a single thing was off, let alone that's my server.
Yeah.
How many people that night did he do that to?
Right.
That aren't going to say something.
Yeah.
Right? We were one of them, but I'm getting frustrated.
That's
We keep
fair.
talking about it, you know? Like,
We need to move on.
we do. Okay, Mason, you suck.
Oh my god.
You suck. But, all in all, Maple
You
and
suck,
Ash
but-
was phenomenal.
Yeah. I'd go again.
Definitely.
Yeah.
And if he was there, I would say I want a new server. He also had a pineapple tie clip, which I was like,
I know.
what are you trying to fuck? Get out of here. Get out of here.
Not with that attitude.
Yeah, if you got a shit attitude, you're not fucking us, you weirdo. I mean, okay, well, so here's another thing, too. All right, right? So, the guy also, very stubbly looking beard, I feel like was super out of place there as well. Everybody had, like, cut beards, if they had them, like, beautiful,
Yeah,
shaped,
you're
whatever. He
right.
looked like he hadn't just shaved in, like, a week or so. He just didn't belong. I don't like him. I'm angry at him now. It went from he was okay. Now I'm pissed. I'm just angry at Mason. I want to go back and kick him in his balls.
Really escalating for
Very
the
frustrating.
podcast.
For the second fucking podcast. Anyway, so Maple and Ash was fantastic. The food was phenomenal. The steak was amazing. Every little thing we had there was great. The meatballs were okay, a little crispy on top. I gotta say that.
Yeah, I mean,
So we just left them in the
what they were
broiler a
going
little
for in a
while.
way, right? It
Well, he
said
was trying to
caramelized.
it. It was just over.
Yeah,
It was burnt.
I get it.
Ish.
I get it.
But it was great.
Try it.
Do it.
Do it.
Bring your wallet.
Do it. Yeah.
So
So-
then,
Then we had to drive to our last pre-planned parking spot.
yeah.
Almost didn't get a spot.
Right. The guy said that, oh, this spot's, this parking
They
lot's
overbooked.
full. They overbooked.
I'm like, ugh.
Yeah. You were the one who paid for it, so I could see you getting
We
frustrated.
better get a spot.
But as I go to back up, these people get in their car right next to us, near the entrance.
Yeah.
And I just backed up, put on my blinker, waited for him to leave. I was like, fucking sweet.
Hell yeah.
So not only did we get a spot, we got a good one.
Yeah, yeah.
Um,
Walk to the Buckingham Fountain.
So
That
we
was
walked.
our
So
final destination.
we walked there, but on the way there,
Yeah.
we saw the auditorium,
Yes.
right, where Betsy
Yeah.
has performed.
Betsy performed with the Joffrey Ballet there. I've seen multiple Joffrey Ballet performances.
Yeah,
Just kind of, some nostalgia.
that's cool. There was also some people.
You know what? Can I also say?
Hit me.
I mean, this is a little side note that we could get into in much more detail at some other point.
Okay.
But the first podcast I was on,
Yeah.
you asked me to talk about Kenneth, and I started talking about ballet, and then completely blew over the fact that I had this mentor
Right.
who was amazing.
Phenomenal.
So we saw the Joffrey at that theater. We also, on the boat tour, passed by the Civic Opera House,
Right.
where he had choreographed multiple ballets within operas. So there's a lot of memories and nostalgia there too. We can go into more about Kenneth at some point, but
We'll get
I
more
just
into
wanted,
it as a whole.
yeah, I just wanted to say I was pretty disappointed. I blew right over that.
Don't be.
So
I mean, you're gonna be on here
it was
probably
important.
a few more times.
It's an important detail of my life.
Okay.
Any hoodles.
So we get past the auditorium. As we're passing it, this fucking asshole and a spider, those
Oh
three-wheeled
my
vehicles,
god.
blasting music so loud, dude. It
Obnoxious.
was nuts, dude. I just echoed through the whole fucking street, down the
It
block.
sounded like a club door is just wide open.
Yeah,
Like, what
That
is
is
happening?
what it sounded like. It was stupid. So we get over there, and the Chicago Marathon
Good job.
has blocked everything off, right? Chain link fences, and now we're kind of irritated.
Because it should be a straight
It's
shot.
straight.
Straight shot to the fountain. Now we're walking like a block around.
A block, a Chicago
City block, yeah.
dude. So, like, it would be big.
Yeah.
So, but when we started walking, we're like, fuck it. All right, if that's what we got to do, we got to do it. Because we could see the show for the Buckingham
Fountain.
fountain going already because that shit shoots.
Yeah, it's like 8:02. It's on the hour every hour, so we're like already cutting into the show.
So it was like 150 feet high.
Yeah.
Right? This water is shooting up. And so as we're walking, we look over and some people are getting in the fence. And apparently they left some of it open so you could walk through. But not a lot of people were doing it.
Yeah.
So we went that way and we got all the way through. I mean, we walked over the bridge. The garden was there. 150 fucking porta potties.
Yeah.
It was so insane how many were there for that fucking marathon.
Yeah.
Then we got to the fountain and it was so cool. So cool. Colors everywhere, lights. Music.
Yeah.
Water.
Squirting.
Shit was blasting, squirting all over the place. Squirting in out of a horse's mouth. All over the place, man. It was crazy.
I just thought it'd be a cute way to end the night, you know?
It was super
kind of
cute.
Special. I originally hoped we'd get there before the show, and I'd just be like, here's a fountain.
And I'd be like, fucking sweet, there's colors on it. And then you'd be like, good job.
Yeah. I wanted the show to start after we got there, and you'd be like, wait, what?
Yeah. Oh, so speaking of this fountain, let's go back a few steps again.
Sure.
On this boat tour, this lady is talking about the fucking fountain, and I just hear this behind me, and I'm like, what is wrong with you?
Well, I still wanted it to be a surprise.
I can see it on her face. What she doesn't know is I'm half listening to this lady. All I heard was fountain. And now she's like giving away the end of the meaning, the end of the evening's like encore. Just like, giving it away because she can't hold a fucking secret. So it was super cute over there just trying not to ruin her own surprise. It was funny.
At least you know I'm always telling you everything. I just can't keep it.
It was super cute. So we did that. Then we walked back, stopped at the bridge for some pictures and some fun.
The views.
It was fantastic. I mean, dude, those buildings at night
the
too.
City at night, all those
fantastic.
lights.
It's also it's Breast Cancer Awareness Month.
Oh yeah, so one of the buildings.
So one of the buildings looked like a big old pink breast cancer.
Ribbon. It
wasn't a giant booby. Sorry.
Yeah, just it's a whole nother view. It's beautiful.
Yeah.
It's pretty cool.
So that was really
very
cool.
romantic.
It was romantical. Thank you.
Very special. You're welcome. Thank you. Thank you for enjoying it with me.
Yeah, it really was a great day. And I know you planned it for a long time. You were planning that shit.
Yeah.
It was nuts. And I really did try to do my best of not ruining any of it, like letting you just whatever you wanted to do. And I know you were stressed out all day trying to make sure it worked out well.
How could
and
you
I really
ruin
appreciate it.
Yeah.
But you did a great job.
Thank
it was
you.
fantastic.
Thank you. I hope I wasn't stressed to the point that it made it stressful.
No, you're not going to stress me out. I'm going to fuck. I'm having a good time.
Good. I just, I'm like, okay, I better know what I'm doing here. Right. He's expecting that I'm from Chicagoland. I should know, but there's a lot of stuff that was a first for me. Like,
flipping the bean?
Yeah. I mean, I told you, we touched on it before too. I had a pretty sheltered, childhood and upbringing, and my parents didn't want me to go in a lot of certain neighborhoods and things like that. And I didn't really even start going. I went to Chicago for like a couple field trips with my school, the museum or whatever, and definitely not the art institute because there'd be too many boobies. But
right, you were in Christian school.
Yeah, Christian school. So we went to like the science museum, which is even odd if I think about it because they didn't believe in science. Yeah. But I'm sure they corralled us to certain exhibits.
Yeah, dinosaurs aren't real. We'll skip that one.
Yeah, but it was a lot of firsts for me because most of the time I even spent up in the city. Like once I became a teenager and started doing what I wanted, I didn't have the money to like go in and do this. We were just being teenagers walking around and memorizing Michigan Avenue. Like I just knew where stuff was. I didn't do any of it, so it was pretty cool. It was special for me too, getting to do some stuff.
Yeah, I had a really good time.
Yeah, it was fun. Thank you.
Yeah.
So that was day one.
Day one. So then we're on to day two.
Yeah.
We had another 2.5 hour Joliet tour.
Yeah.
Right, from a Joliet original.
Yeah.
Your pappy. Thomas.
Yeah.
Thomas the Tank.
This is where his network is, you know?
Yeah, so he's a realtor here. But really, he built houses for fucking ever.
Entrepreneur. He
Sure.
has his pallet business,
Right.
his landscape business. Then he started contracting. Then he did, the market crash. Then he did just like remodel. I mean, he just kind of evolved.
Well, I mean, you kind of have to.
Always been his own boss. So 4 years of my life he has not been his own boss, but the rest of my life he's run it like that. So.
That's cool.
Yeah, he knows the ins and outs of Joliet for sure.
Showed us great architecture.
Yeah.
I've never seen so many brick buildings in my life.
Right.
Brick houses, you know?
Brick house.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So there's a shit ton of that.
Yeah.
It was beautiful.
Yeah.
We were thinking about why it probably isn't in the Pacific Northwest that much. I'm thinking mossy, green, nasty ass buildings because of all the rain.
Yeah, the moisture.
Yeah, I think that's kind of why. You'd probably have to like pressure wash your house every fucking year.
And they want them here because of how windy it is. There's
winds,
just
yeah.
open plains and
I mean, the cool thing about brick though is you never got to do it again. Like maybe some cracking or filling or whatever
Sure.
the fuck, but like that's your
these
siding.
are original, yeah.
How often do we got to fucking deal with siding that's shit in Vancouver or just Washington at all?
Yeah.
Especially on the coast, dealing with a lot of
Yeah.
action. So,
Totally. Yeah. A lot of brick, a lot of limestone here.
Yeah.
So it's pretty cool.
He showed us a shit ton of the buildings he built.
Mm-hmm.
Buildings, houses. Right?
Yeah.
He built a ton of houses. Where his pallet company was, this fucking crazy cool school. It was like one of the prettiest schools in the country.
Yeah, it looks like a cathedral almost,
Yeah,
right? It's just a
fucking
public
cool.
school. You're like,
Yeah.
is this a Catholic school? No, it's just
public, huh?
just the public school.
It was right next to the Slammers Stadium
Yeah.
that Bill Murray owns.
Yeah.
I got a lot of useful, useless information, right?
Just for fun.
It was pretty cool. So we had a good time there. Then we partied.
Partied. You got to play Magic with my brother.
I played
Magic and
Magic
Mitch.
with Mitch, right?
Yeah.
Mitch Magic was fun.
It was his birthday.
It was his birthday,
it was a
man.
party.
AJ's birthday is today.
Yeah.
But as of that day, tomorrow, right?
Yeah.
So I got to play Magic with him. We got him a card.
Yeah.
Uh,
That was exciting.
yeah.
Because I really didn't know. We don't know enough. I don't know anything.
Right.
You're new.
Ish
To the game, right?
I'm
yeah.
new.
I'm
I'm
not
definitely
trying to downplay you.
All right, I can play.
But you're new, right?
Yeah.
Oh, you can play. But I don't know what card we're really getting. I'm hoping that dude at the store didn't like, I finally sold this piece of shit card because they don't know. I don't know. And so that was really cool to see his reaction. First of all, I also didn't know he's been playing since a freshman in high school. He's 30 years old now.
He's 15 years he's been playing.
Yeah, I thought it was like a college, something he picked up during college. So I'm like,
Yeah.
well, you've been playing way longer than I thought. Like, he fucking knows what this card is. And he was so excited.
Yeah.
He was like, oh my God. So that was super cool to see that it was like actually a super good card.
It's like one of, I think, like 8
Yeah.
that you can win at a tournament.
Yeah,
Right,
you couldn't just buy it at first.
Right. So the card itself you can buy,
Oh.
right? But the addition and the marking on it, and the painting,
Okay.
right? So what they'll do is, you see how most of the picture is in that little square.
Yeah.
Well, with the one we got him, there was no square, and it was the whole card.
Oh, I see.
So it was like it was really cool.
Yeah.
So it was it wasn't like $1,000 card, right? But it was really cool.
It was cool. And he immediately knew it was a cool card.
Yeah.
Like, that's what I was waiting for. I'm like, okay.
Yeah. Is this a cool card or not, man? Like,
yeah. So it was fun.
he's gonna build a whole deck around it. That's what he said.
That was
so.
very sweet of you. That was completely your
I
idea.
thought it'd be cool, man.
Yeah, that was very nice. So.
Yeah, so he's got middle child syndrome. He's definitely the middle child and gets overlooked a lot. And I really, really like this guy. He's a good dude. He's funny. Just a good guy,
His
right?
laugh is infectious.
Oh my God, it's so funny.
Yeah, it's a good person.
He's cool. So we partied, hardied.
Yeah.
I picked up all your family, one by one.
Made my aunt fart.
Yeah, made her fart. Actually, she asked me to pick her up again so she could finish her fart, which was wonderful, which I obliged.
Picked up my uncle a couple times and he did like a little foot pop.
Yeah, it was cute.
He just leaned right into it.
He was a little guy.
He is.
He was a little guy. He was cool It was pretty PG. I was being nice as possible while we were there.
Feeling out the crowd first. You gotta go.
Carol and Lisa, we had a good conversation
Yeah.
with. Kind of explained
Very interested in
our
our story.
Yeah,
Yes.
it was cute. But yeah, so
You got to meet Peepaw.
I met
That's kind
Peepaw.
of. This is where we got cut
Damn,
off
dude.
last time.
It was where we got cut off.
Yeah.
Where are we at now? We're already in an hour, so we've extended it.
We took too long.
This is the extended
catching up.
version.
Yeah.
So that's okay. These can go up to 2. It's fine.
The triple X.
We try. What?
I don't know. Extended X.
Triple
Extended
X is porn.
Triple X.
We're not doing the porno version. The video's not on. They don't need to know we're making eggs just sitting there. We're not. Mostly. Kind of. Anyways.
It's like a Zoom, you know? You just have to wear a shirt.
Yeah, exactly.
Just kidding. Anyway, you got to meet Peepaw.
So Peepaw's fucking cool,
You've
man.
been waiting for this
He's
one.
like 80 years old-ish, or about to be. The dude is like one of the original fucking guys for the Fireman Challenge.
Yeah.
He's got an award named after him, the Ted Overcash Award, for either like most points or overall or just whichever one. It's a big deal, and it's named after him because he's a fucking badass. We laughed about it last time. So he has their emblem for the Fireman Challenge on his arm. And he's like, these sons of bitches, the next year they changed it. And I was laughing. I mean, but that's cool.
Yeah.
Right? I mean, he's the original fucking dude. He's got the original...
He's got that OG status.
Right.
Yeah.
So, he also boxed. So, this is where it ended right here. It was...
Yeah.
I'm extremely impressed because he's like, yeah, I still kind of hit the heavy bag. And he's like, if I don't have time, I'll just go for like one full session. I'm like, well, what do you do? I mean, I kickbox.
Yeah.
If you've been listening for a while, you should know that. And he's like, yeah, if I do it, I'll usually just hit like one 12-minute round on a heavy bag. And I'm like, son of a bitch. Like, this dude's old as hell. He looks old. I love the guy, but he's an old man.
He's beat cancer even.
Beat cancer,
I want
too?
to say multiple times.
Dude's a badass.
Yeah.
But you do age. It happens.
Yeah.
Not taking anything from him, because what a life.
Yeah.
Right?
Yeah.
But 12 minutes on a heavy bag is fucking insane.
Yeah.
So, like I was saying before, when I was in kickboxing for conditioning, we do 1.5-minute rounds, right? And you go for speed, which is your jab, cross, jab, cross, jab, cross. And you go power, which is your big, heavy hooks. And you go body, head, body, whatever, right? And then you go jab, cross, and you switch back and forth, whether he's calling speed or power, right? Those speed and power rounds. So what we would do is 1.5-minute rounds, like maybe 3. And this guy that's almost 80 years old is hitting a 12-minute round on a fucking heavy bag. Is insane. I would love to be on the other side of that heavy bag and feel what he's putting through that damn thing.
Yeah.
Because, I mean, he's probably brittler, definitely not as strong as he probably was.
Sure.
But when it gets to a point with boxing where, like, technique, if you're great... It does not matter how fucking old you are.
Yeah.
If you can hit perfect, it's gonna fucking hurt.
Yeah.
Right? So that...
I mean, and just that endurance.
12 minutes is insane. That is fucking crazy. Can you imagine just swinging your arms for 12 minutes?
No.
That's nuts.
You know what's crazy is, like, most people, if you don't stop and think about that, you're just like, oh, 12 minutes. Like,
right.
You know, my mom, I'm sure she's just like, okay.
How about sprint for 12 minutes?
Yeah.
Yeah, or let's say just jog.
Yeah.
That's over a
it's
mile
insane.
probably for most people.
Yeah.
I mean, 12-minute mile is about mine. Best I've ever done was 10, so, you know.
Yeah.
That was like 8 months of doing it.
No
So-
big whoop.
I mean, 5 is actually good, so I don't know.
No, it's wild. He's awesome. He's always been a man of few words. You know, he's the guy falling asleep on the couch after we eat kind of guy. So it's cool to see him come alive and talk to you. And
We had a good time.
Yeah.
He came in with a Dwayne Johnson sweater with the sleeves cut off. He didn't even know that's what it was, but it was fucking cool to have him walk in this big old purple sleeveless sweater. I was like, hell yeah. This guy's getting it right here, dude.
He's cool. He's a cool guy. And he's an artist.
And he's an artist. He's amazing.
Yeah, he used to do like painting and he did photography. He kind of caught the photography bug when I was first doing it back in college, and I think he was trying to like really and like have a common interest with me or something.
Yeah.
But he's always been a big supporter of my art. He's an artist. He does pencil now. But yeah. What?
I'm wondering how we got back and forth here, because I remember we ended with.
I know what happened. We went all the way through, and I had to be like, "Hey, you met Peepaw, though."
Right. Okay.
So
I was wondering. I'm
still
sorry.
Now we're just nicely chronologically doing things because we run through
rehearsed it once. Yeah. Even though we're talking about rehearsing, yeah, it's fine.
No.
But yeah, so his art is great. The realism, like with a pencil, right?
Yeah.
He was doing. He just won an award.
Yeah.
It's fucking crazy, man. He's good.
Yeah. So he's got a very multifaceted
He's a
life.
cool dude.
Yeah. So appreciate it.
I gave him a psychotic strength shirt. I gave the whole family psychotic strength shirts. I mean, to be fair, I still have 40 more to give away, so if anybody needs one. Yeah, so that was really cool. Yeah, we kept it pretty easy. I mean, food.
That side just likes to mingle.
Yeah, have a couple drinks. They're not even like, there's not even a bunch of drunk people.
No.
Like 4 or 5 drinks. Bubba probably drank the most.
And he's still not out of that crazy.
He's like their heavy drinker, and he probably had 6, and so it's not that big of a deal.
Yeah.
But
they all liked you.
yeah, they did. We had a really good time. I almost held it all the way together.
Yeah.
Right, and then we brought up. I was giving Bubba a shirt on the way out.
Yeah.
And on the back it said "Dude Wipes."
Yeah.
And what was it, Shelly or JP's the one that brought it up?
Probably.
Yeah, JP brought it up and
challenging the masculinity all day.
Yeah, he's so silly. He's cute. He looks a little like what's his face from fucking Shameless.
Lip? No.
Lip. A little bit. Oh yeah, a little bit like Lip.
Okay.
Apparently your mom said, side note again, I was talking to AJ, apparently your mom said he looked a lot like him after watching, what's his name? What's his face? Lip.
Yeah.
What's his name in real life?
Jeremy.
Whatever his name is. He did a Calvin Klein commercial on TV.
Well, that's awkward.
Where he's like doing push-ups and working out and jumping around in just undies. And then your mom's like, that looks a lot like JP. And AJ's like, can we not?
Is it Jeremy Allen White? It is. Jeremy Allen White, yeah. Great actor.
So it was...
I don't see the resemblance.
I mean, I see it, definitely.
The eyes, maybe? The bug...
Maybe.
Anyway.
But
he points out the dude wipes.
He points at the dude
and
wipes.
And one thing leads to another.
Right, we're having this conversation about... They're minty dude wipes. They sent me, for the sponsorship, they sent me like 200 fucking personal, like sample wipes to give out and do all that other shit. And they're minty. And so, what was it? Shelly was like, oh, so when you wipe, you're like, come here, smell my butt, it's minty. And then, of course...
You gotta take it a step further.
I always do.
Yeah.
Don't challenge me with sexual content. So I said, yeah, if you guys are wondering why Lily's breath smells so good. And everybody was like, oh my God, oh.
I'm like, you asked for it.
We're all laughing. And then I turn over and there's your dad. Just like smiling because he has to, because it was hilarious, but sad that it's his daughter. And very inappropriate. So he's a good dude. He just doesn't like that shit.
No.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So he told me where the line is.
He told you, and Bubba mentioned the line as well, and said he's on that side with you. So I mean,
I'm cool.
It's
like
fine. So today we had to get right back to it. You got another little bit of a tour of the rental.
Right, the rental was fucking cool.
Beautiful.
I mean, let's
we don't have to. Yeah.
Why not? Right? So it looks like a single home.
Yeah.
2 stories. We walk in. There's a door to the right, and then just automatically stairs. A flight of stairs.
Yeah.
And we go into the apartment downstairs. Beautiful. Older home. What was it? Said 20s?
I think he said in 2 years it'll be
100 years
old.
Be
100 years old. So yeah, mid-20s.
So 22.
Yeah.
26. That's what he said, 26.
There you go. Yeah, 1926.
Yeah. So this house is old as shit. He resanded the floors, the wood floors, got the graying. I don't know if you've had wood floors before. You walk on them enough, they start turning like shit.
Yeah.
I mean, you see it in my house.
Yeah.
Right? Yeah, a little finger walking. So he sanded all that out, got it all back together. it's a cool spot. We went upstairs. The lady upstairs was fantastic.
Yeah, so nice.
Super nice. Walked us around. We had the little Arab.
Yeah, the arches and the doorways weren't just rounded. They like rounded and came up to a point in the middle.
Yeah.
So it looked like a little temple top thing.
It
Yeah.
was really cool.
Yeah. And then the windows are huge, and the front one is like faced out to the cathedral with this crazy view. Like,
It's beautiful.
you would not expect all that. You said this, like the inside, you weren't expecting that just looking
Right.
at the outside. I mean, it's beautiful outside too.
Yeah.
But like, you just didn't know what was going to be in there.
Yeah.
It's pretty cool.
So I mean, there was that, and then we got to see your baby home.
Yeah, their first home and what they brought me home and when I was a baby, my child went home
Yeah.
until I was 11.
With
so.
Ginga.
With Ginka, my neighbor. I can't believe that house is still yellow. It was yellow when I was a kid, and like
It's still yellow.
over 20 years later, it's still yellow vinyl siding. But you know, it's a little different. It's missing the birch tree. It's missing some of the landscaping, the bigger trees. But I used to actually sit. It was a birch tree that had like 3 big. Help me here. Stump. The
Trunks.
Trunk. Thank you. 3 trunks coming out, and I would like kind of position myself.
Between all
And
three.
my parents don't let me climb trees, but they let me like wedge myself between these 3 trunks and read a book. And I thought I was like super cool reading a book in the tree. But yeah, a lot of memories. Did a quick drive-by of that. Little moment of nostalgia, but awesome neighbors, yeah.
Then we get to this house.
Auntie Karen's. So now we're doing my dad's side.
Yeah, now we're doing your dad's
you
side.
got both sides of my mom's side yesterday, and now you're getting my dad's side.
So, first of all, your dad designed and built this home.
Yep.
Right? It is beautiful from the outside. It does not look as big as it is.
Yeah, right?
So 2,300 square feet on the basement, 2,300 square feet on the main level, and 1,600 in the attic storage.
Yeah.
So to explain this house, right, you walk in, huge fucking living room, goes right into the dining room, and then the kitchen's right there.
Very minimalist.
Very
stuff.
minimalist.
Clean
Right.
lines.
Beautiful.
Blank slate. I mean, she's got art, but not.
Right.
There's no frosting.
There's no
no
frosting.
scrolling. There's
Yeah.
no. Yeah.
Apparently that's how she likes it.
Yeah,
So
yeah.
that's okay,
Yeah.
right?
No hardware on the cabinets. I don't know if you noticed that.
I didn't see.
No
I didn't
hardware.
notice.
They have like a little groove that you can pull from, you know.
Interesting.
Yeah.
All right. Well, so there was all that. Kitchen, beautiful, double-decker oven in it, just well placed. I loved the opening in the island, right?
Island.
Yeah. Then we go, let's say we take the left side of the house. There's 3 bedrooms over there. One's a
Yeah.
primary plus an extra bathroom.
Yeah.
We go to the other side of the house. There's a primary that's like 2 fucking primaries in one. It's huge.
Yeah.
Gigantic room. You go into the bathroom, you take a little right. You go into the door, you're thinking you go to the bathroom because there's a sink there. But in that little section, you look right, and there's an entire walk-in closet there.
Yeah.
Then you walk past that sink, there's another sink in the actual bathroom. Again, all these bathrooms are teeny tiny, and each one, for some reason, had a ceiling fan in it. She loves these ceiling fans.
Yeah.
So then we had another laundry room
Yeah.
and another room. I don't think there's another room.
I don't
there.
think so. I want to say just the laundry room. I think there was a long hall, like closet or something. And then laundry room with a taste of some art happening.
And then we go upstairs.
Yeah.
Right? Because there's a beautiful set of stairs
Yeah.
to the attic storage. And so think about 1,600 square feet attic space so that you can see the ceiling, right? Or see the roof almost.
Yeah, the rafters.
Right? The rafters.
Right,
There we go. That's a
yeah.
better word. And then plywood on the ground.
Yeah.
And you call it storage, but this shit was so spread apart and labeled that you could have shoved all that in in one of just the bedrooms.
Yeah.
You could have fit all that shit in one of the bedrooms. But she had to have 1,600 square feet to spread this shit out so it didn't touch. You know?
They are meticulous people.
It was great, though. I mean, it was really cool. You could build a whole house up there.
You
definitely can. It's 1,600 square feet.
Yeah.
That's a normal people house.
I thought that was the cutest thing. I didn't even notice it. It was so them, though, that they were like full, 8.5 by 11 sheets of paper are labeling these areas: sports, travel, and I mentioned this before, but normally at family functions, there's like a roll of masking tape and a Sharpie, and you got to put your name on your cup. And there was one time that my uncle asked my dad if he wanted a beer, and he's like, yeah. And he goes, all right, well, there's one in the fridge already with your name on it. And like, that's just a saying.
Yeah.
Just, I got a beer in the fridge with your name on it, and my dad opens the fridge, and there's literally a beer that already has a piece of masking tape that says Tom, waiting for him. So, yeah, it's cute. It's one of their little quirks.
Yeah, they're cool people. I like
They
them
are.
a lot.
I love them.
She's
funny.
She was hilarious.
Yeah.
So then we go downstairs now, right?
Right.
And that's another 2,300 square feet. It was huge.
Yeah.
Right? There's
Finished
basically
with blank slate again.
finished with blank, like very open.
Yeah.
Right? It looked like a gigantic family room.
Yeah.
An L-shaped family room of like probably, I want to say 1,800 of that square foot.
Right.
Was probably just a big open room.
Yeah.
Big open space.
Yeah.
And the
U
art
really
room
comes up because of stairs. Like, you got a U.
Well, I mean, if you're
right?
cutting out that, if you're adding in the bedroom around the corner.
Oh, I see. Yeah.
I would see it be a U, but I'm cutting it off.
You just mean that. Yeah, I got you.
So you go to the first bedroom,
Yeah.
right? Art fucking everywhere. Your aunt is amazing. She's really good.
So many styles, right? I
So
bet you
many
weren't
styles.
expecting that.
I was not.
You thought it was going to be like, whatever. I don't know what you thought, but I don't think
You said a room full of art.
Yeah, I mean she had like oil paintings, realist, like still life from way back in the day. I remember those being hung up at my grandparents' house when I was a child. And then she's like evolved into different shit, more contemporary. She's obsessed with trees and leaves and fall time, a bunch of leaves, and she's got like these pour style with the cells. I mean, texture, the duct tape one.
Yeah. That was crazy.
It's just all over the place. The texture.
I want her to give it to me. I'm gonna keep mentioning that.
I'll find a way.
That'd be cool. I doubt she really gives a shit about it.
I'm sure. I mean, it's just kind of in storage at this point.
Yeah.
A lot of those look like they've been put out of commission or something. I don't know.
Yeah.
But yeah, cool, right? I mean, I have an aunt that does art. You know, that does art, right? So she and I always related on that level. You know, she always makes sure that I'm still doing art.
Yeah.
And she supported it too. She's the one that had me make the tree in the sun catcher.
Oh, really?
Remember both of them, and one was like fall time, and then one was Christmassy colors. So that was her.
That's cool, man.
Yeah, yeah.
She was cool.
Yeah,
She was cool. And then there's 3 other bedrooms.
Yeah.
One is technically not a bedroom,
Right,
so that makes 4 total down there, but 1 technically not, so 3 technically.
Yeah.
Just because of egress.
Right.
Right, and we talked about that before. So egress means you got to be able to crawl out the window if there's a fire. It's got to be, the window has to be below 44 inches, or you need some sort of ladder or steps to it. It's got to fit a 200-pound person out of it. It's got to have a 3-foot by window size hole on the other side of it with a grate on top so you can pick it up, but it can't be locked. But no one will fall in it when they're walking outside. Like it is pretty intense, at least in Washington.
Yeah.
Those are the rules. For like a technically sound egress from a basement window.
I was thinking about it. I mean, they mentioned this house is already 20 years old, so maybe it's not up to code at this point.
It's not, I don't think.
Right, but it was at the time.
So that's the hard part. I mean, they don't have helmet laws here still.
Right, so I don't know. Maybe
So, I mean,
it is up to code here. I don't know.
It could be. As long as a normal teeny person would fit through there, right?
Yeah.
I mean, save the kids. Fuck everybody else, right? But,
And then another bathroom.
another bathroom.
Yeah. So all in all, 7 bed, 4 bath. And it's just my aunt and uncle that live there.
It's 2 people.
Yeah.
That's insane. That is so awesome.
Yeah. They're just living life, man.
Yeah, dude. Everybody over there was pretty cool, man. AJ left a little early.
Yeah.
Didn't get as much attention as I think she wanted.
We don't know.
We don't know. We don't really know for sure.
Yeah. But, it's definitely a different vibe each day, right? I mean, like, I feel like my parents can't get rid of my mom's side. And my dad's side, everyone kind of cleared out.
Yeah.
When the first person leaves, we're all just like, all right, yep, time to go. And we just clear it out, so.
That was cool, man.
Yeah. Sweet bunch.
So we did have, here we go. We had your fucking circle square pizza there.
Oh, right.
So, first of all, crazy weird selection. Not sure why. Cheese, of course. You're ordering pizza for multiple people. Cheese is one of them because someone doesn't like anything on it.
And there were kids.
And churins.
Churins.
So, always a cheese. Then you would think it's pep. I'd say pepperoni is a surefire. Everyone's going to be cool with that. But your aunt did sausage, which I'm cool with.
Yeah.
And then a Hawaiian. And you know how much I love pineapple on pizza.
I do.
I'm not sure if you know how much I hate ham.
I knew
on pizza.
that was upsetting.
I hate ham on pizza. Why is that what you put pineapple with? I get it, pineapple with the ham, like a luau. Blah, 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 blah. Put pepperoni and pineapple.
I'm
that
with
shit's
you.
bomb.
I am down with your go-to. I love it.
Which is pepperoni, pineapple, and jalapeno and sausage.
I'll order it.
We've added sausage now because I just want more food.
Yeah.
Well, and you're amazing.
Yeah.
You like sausage.
I do.
Wink, wink. Double wink.
No, I get it.
Yeah.
It wasn't your
And
vibe.
then, so it was a huge circle pizza, and these animals cut it into little 3x3 squares. And I'm like, why in the hell would you do that? She's like, so it's not New York pizza. Make it New York pizza then. If it's a circle, it needs to be triangles. I don't care if they're little slices, like little teeny skinny ones.
I honestly, like, my family growing up, they're just, yes, we just talked about this unnecessarily big home that my aunt has.
Yeah.
But the motto is like, if it's free, it's for me. These are frugal people that my dad, he lives within his means and everything. He doesn't need much, and so I think part of that is like they think it feeds more people if it's cut into a bunch of tiny pieces. I don't know. It's like that's the vibe I get, like where that's coming from.
So sauce not great, crust not great.
Cheese pissed you off.
The cheese pizza had cheddar in it.
Yeah.
The fuck are you doing?
What are you doing?
Get out of here.
What are we doing?
Get out of here. Fucking put cheddar on my pizza. Get
Cheddar
out of
ain't
here.
better.
Cheddar ain't better on my pizza. It's mozzarella or nothing, huh?
Ooh.
Maybe some Asiago, some Parm on that bitch.
Yeah.
Yeah, some Pecorino Romano.
Oh,
Yeah.
I'm excited now.
Nice. Good. Yeah, so cheese pizza with cheddar is not cheese pizza.
It ain't a vibe.
It's disgusting. Taco pizza, sure. Anyways. Is that all we did?
I think so.
We came back, did a podcast,
Well,
and it sucked.
we tried hitting. You thought Red Hots meant hot
Oh,
links.
fuck, man.
So-
Joey, fuck you, dude.
Fuck you, Joey.
Fuck you, Joey. All right, don't fucking say Joey's Red Hots and not have a fucking hot sausage in there. I'm expecting hot links. I pull up to this motherfucker, he gives me a hot dog with the whole fucking enchilada in this bitch. Like,
You specifically said ketchup only,
ketchup on
and you got a Chicago style dog.
What the fuck was all that? I saw a pickle. I saw some fucking lettuce, peppers, onions, a jalapeno. What are you doing to me? What is that? What the fuck?
You gave the Italian beef a try. I'm assuming that Joey's ain't the place to go for this.
Yeah.
But I'm also like,
It's a roast beef
I
sandwich.
don't see the big deal. Everyone's freaking out about Italian beef.
I fucking hate roast beef sandwiches. I'm gonna be honest with you. I don't like them.
Yeah.
Like, the most I'll do is a pot roast sandwich.
Yeah.
But that shit's still getting ketchup. And I don't care. Or barbecue. Some Sweet Baby Ray's on that motherfucker. I'm into it.
I feel bad that's how this trip
Don't feel
ended
bad
as far
about
as
it.
food experiences go, because that... I'm just saying. That wasn't it.
Day 1 was awesome. Day 2 was great. Day 3 was fantastic-ish.
Yeah.
Right? We had a little hiccups in that one. So,
Alright.
well, we get some ice cream at Oshkosh.
Oberweis.
Yeah, that's what I said.
It was delicious, but hurt our tummies.
Yeah, we're both lactose intolerant. Not the move to get ice cream. My tummy's already boobling.
You know what, though? It was just another one of those little romantic moments I felt.
We played chess.
We played chess. The tables had a chessboard in them.
Yeah.
And they gave us the ice cream. We got one ice cream to share, like a cute old couple.
Yeah.
And they gave it to us in like an old-fashioned little glass
Like a crystal.
crystal sundae bowl with the 2 spoons. And so, I mean, it was just kind of a cute little moment, but we didn't need ice cream.
Yeah, we did not.
I liked that flavor, though.
It was tasty. It was espresso caramel chip.
Yeah.
It was really good. We shouldn't have ordered 2 scoops of it.
Yeah, we would have been fine with one.
Yeah, that'd have been fine.
That's all
I
right.
think we dumped a whole scoop.
Sorry.
But that's okay.
And then, came back and...
Did a podcast.
Yeah. Well, I mean, you did a little more work, did a little soccer catching up.
Yeah.
You got pissed off.
I did get pissed off.
Yeah.
I don't know if he listens to this podcast or not, but I was fucking mad.
Yeah.
You're going to change the formation of my fucking soccer team pre-game because you're over there. You're covering my fucking team.
Yeah.
Not making it your own. Oh, well, I don't like 4-4 or 4-3-4. I like a 4-4-2. I don't give a fuck what you like. These girls have been practicing this for almost a year.
Yeah.
The 4-4 or the 4-3-4. You changing it because you don't like it? Not to mention one of the other coaches was there and overheard you say, Tyler likes 4-3-4, but I don't, so we're going to do a 4-4-2. Who the fuck do you think you are? You are the assistant coach. You are there to help me do what I'm doing with these fucking players here, with these athletes.
Yeah.
You do not get to fucking do that.
That's fair.
Yeah, that, and then I guess he was probably pressured into it. I doubt it because of the type of guy he is, but the other team only had 10 players, and we had 14. And so he played 11 versus 10 on the field. We won 6-0, but I don't do that.
It's uneven.
I would have played 10 and subbed more often because I want my team to win because they won, not because we had an advantage.
Yeah.
I don't like that.
Yeah.
It's not winning. But
Right.
You just, and then you drilled it at 6-0. That's a lot, dude, for soccer.
Yeah.
You didn't need to do that.
Yeah.
But it is what it is, man. So, and if these girls, and that's the hard part too. I'm going to go to practice, and Brayley, who's up front, is going to. I liked his way of doing it. Because you're like the star.
Yeah.
In that formation. We play as a team. That's not going to happen. So now I'm going to have my players questioning me about the formation I run.
Yeah.
So I'm not happy about it. We're going to have a long talk. Because some of the stuff he's done already, like screaming at these girls, he goes way overboard. It's just a little bit much. So we're going to have a talk about how we're going to do this. I am the coach. He is the assistant coach. I'm not trying to be an asshole, but that's the way this goes. Or you can kind of just be done. Like I'm not going to argue with you for power here.
Yeah.
That's not how this goes.
That's fair.
So we'll see, man. And I hope. I don't really care how he takes it, to be honest with you. I'm trying to be nice to him, but he's kind of upset me a few times now, and I don't like it. I had an assistant coach last year that was fantastic. I had her for like fucking 3 years.
Yeah.
And yeah, she was really cool. Always just kind of like, hey, what are we doing? And then I'm like, I don't know. Like, what are you thinking for today? Because that was my mistake with him. He's like, I don't know. What are you thinking for today? And he's like, oh, I know what to do. And then just boom, takes over practice. Mm-hmm. And I'm like, no, asshole. Like, come and talk to me.
Yeah, yeah.
So, like, we can figure out how we want to do this. Because
Yeah.
the way he tried to make up this drill was a drill. First of all, we did this last practice that you weren't here. And we ran it like this, and it actually ran smoothly. But the way you're doing it is so complicated and just clunky that these girls aren't getting it. And then you're screaming at them because they're not understanding. And then I'm telling them, you know what, just go get some water so I can pull him aside and talk to him. And I don't even get to do that because he's screaming at these girls, I said a sip of water. Now get back on the field. You're fine. And I'm just like, will you chill the fuck out? We're here for an hour and a half. You know? Like, these girls are... Ugh. I don't know. It's just not the way I coach. I just don't like it. So, then I got the team manager canceling my mile.
Yeah.
I've had the girls run a mile every day before practice for the past, like, 3 months. 2 months.
Probably 2, yeah.
2 months. So, she canceled it. she counseled me slightly by saying we should not do this, and then just canceled it. So, not excited about that. But, yeah.
You're going to deal with it when you get back.
Yeah, I got to deal with a lot when I get back. We'll see. Anyways.
I appreciate you taking the time away and spending this time with me here.
It was definitely rough. I mean, my kids
hard.
had games this weekend.
I know it's hard.
They were supposed to be with their mom this weekend. But,
that's a whole other story.
That's a whole nother one, man. She's just... This divorce did not go the way I wanted it to, but we can leave that at the way it is. Anyways.
Here we are.
Yeah.
Ready to wrap it up?
Let's wrap it up.
You gotta wake up early.
Yeah, I gotta fly.
Get back to that airport.
What time? I gotta be there like 7?
More like 6.
Oh, fuck.
Yeah.
Alright, well, this is
time
the
to say goodnight.
Psychotic Strength podcast. This is Tyler Toby Townsend.
And Lily Kozma.